I would like. And I really try not to focus on that right now, and actually work on a patch. So what I would like to feature or work with right now is the fader and mixer of the bridge. Um, Amazing module, super utility, a lot of things you can do with it, and I just kind of want to mess around just to see like something you could do. So we're just gonna go prismatic ray into the source of the staircase. We're gonna take divide by 2, go to fader A, bam. Next, let's see. We are gonna go. Um, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna try this video divisions into. Actually, I'm gonna do video divisions into the triple video filter, channel 1. Go out from that into. Actually, I'm just gonna go right into the bridge with that and see what happens. I have no idea. We haven't even had an output yet. So now we're actually going to take the output of the fader and put that into green. Interesting. Can't really see too much it's doing, so you can see obviously the staircase has heavy hand in this right now. So maybe that's, oh, well, let's modulate that by one of these LFOs. Let's put it into the multiple just so you can control the intensity of it. That is a huge point I love about this bridge. It gives so much extendability to the modulation potential. So we're going to take the modulation and we're going to go into actually the VC of the fader. And so now you can see obviously it's controlling a cool little segmentation and wavy lines. So now this is where you can see the video divisions coming into play pretty nicely. And you can see where this triple video LFO, or not, triple video multi-mode filter, you can see where putting the divisions in there is pretty interesting because now you can get these little little blips, or it almost looks like being in Zelda, like a little fire. It's pretty cool. So we're going to use that as a good basis, and now we're actually going to go from the same triple video video divisions aspect that is being filtered right now, and we're going to take the other filter right here, since there's 4 outputs on this version. We're going to go from that into, I don't know, I guess I'm going to do that into the mixer this time, and we're going to take this other prismatic ray right here, and we're going to go into the mixer as well, and then we're just gonna take the output of that, just see what it looks like to start. Pretty cool. Now we're talking. Pretty interesting. Again, we're not using the color space mapper just as, I don't know, just want to challenge myself, see what can be done, certain color scopes. It's always good to, at least I find it. I had a bigger setup. I mean, I still have those modules, but I found that paring down has actually been extremely helpful to understanding how each module works, how you can work with them and actually have better foresight. But it takes time. It's like anything. You just got to mess with it. You just got to have fun, play. And so let's just go back to it. So right now, all we're doing is now we're taking the mixer from and mixing the same divisions filtered signal, but now with another prismatic ray. And actually what I really liked right there is when I put it to negative, you get this like really cool just like single line shape. And by messing with the multiply, you can actually have short or long, which is pretty cool. And see how obviously the multi-mode is controlling that. You could actually just modulate that too. Got these super oversized cables for this. This is kind of silly. So we'll do number 2 from this LFO, and we'll do CV, and you can see, bam, it's going haywire. But let me slow down the blue section, which is really cool right now, doing these two together. Oh, wow, I really like that. Let's see if I can slow down the pink one. Okay, so let's slow it down some more. That's one thing I wish has some. Well, I need to get a new LFO because I need something a little more accurate. This has been through the ringer. So right now, this is pretty cool. Again, to reiterate quickly, we're gonna keep going. We're just having one set of processing going through the fader, and another form of processing going through the mixer. That being said, let's maybe take this staircase and take the divide by 1 and modulate the prismatic ray over here. Let's see what happens. That's pretty cool. See, now you can see where we're already been using one waveform that's going into the staircase. Now we're essentially using the staircase and multiplying it, and then taking that to multiply the multiply. And you can see where it's a really nice layering right here on top of the blue. It's very complementary in terms of not really the color, but in terms of the movement and the connection between the two. Obviously, if you had one really fast and one slow, you're not going to be able to tell, I feel, So let's slow these down and you'll see what I'm saying. You can't necessarily tell, but there you go. But let's, like that. So, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. It'd be a great slow patch, actually, too. Like that, yeah. Slowly moving in organic and building, and essentially if you had multiple LFOs, you could actually do some really interesting stuff long term in terms of patching. But in this case, let's just go back to speeding up this LFO, which is number 2, and then we'll do number 1. So we like that. Is nice and movement, or nice good movement right there. And so we're still without the green being used, so I just almost want to take either one of the the filtered signal again, which is just the divisions. I mean, I can just mess with it right here and you can see different ranges will work better with this, obviously. But I find the vertical range is really nice. And see, this is just messing with that and then playing with the types of filtering right here. That is really choice. So let's play with the multiply right here. See if we can get some with the pedestal. Let's try. So going back to what I was saying before, also the playing with the intensity of the LFO based on the input of this, which is the multiply. Like you can multiply it, have it normalize or divide the signal, which is really nice. So you can see just the LFO alone, just a little extra depth in terms of color. And right now I had the negative switched, so I just undid the negative. Look at that. That is nice. There's a lot of depth to that color-wise. Let's play with the staircase a little bit. Yeah, now we're talking in some really unique, not just coloring, but you're getting some really good, I'm going to try to do this, see how it's kind of like multiplied there, single lane, multiply a little more. This is where the divisions, I think, is a really useful module, because you can start making these kind of like pane ideas, as in like window panes or paneling, and then you can kind of get between them using the multiply of the different modules like that. So obviously if I increase the frequency and then play with the multiply and stuff like that, you see there's a lot of things you can do here. Yeah, like that's super cool. But now I'm just kind of getting away from it. So let me go back really quick. That's really nice, actually. And let me slow that down. See if I can get back to the exact place I was. Something like that. Okay. Almost there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually, I'm just going to leave it right there because that is a really cool design. So let's just recap really quick. So this is just a really quick patch, and mainly to focus on the bridge, fader, and mixer. And so what we did to start is a lot of this has been revolved around the staircase as a multiplier. Amazing module, standard, I feel, in most cases. So prismatic ray going into the staircase, which isn't even being modulated, by the way, which is, if I start modulating that, you're going to get a lot more complexity. But that being said, let's just continue. So we're taking the divide by 2 output and we're going into fader channel A. Then we're taking the divisions, number 7, going into the video filter, a multi-mode filter, and we're taking the OLN output of that and going into channel B of the fader. Then we're also modulating that with a different LFO right here, which is normalized is not multiplied and not divided by. So that's divided, that's normal, that's multiplied. We want normal. You can't tell too much of a difference in this case. Next, what we're doing is taking another prismatic ray, but we're going into channel B of the mixer, and that is being modulated by the staircase as well, and the multiply right there. Also, we're taking another output of the multi-mode filter and going into channel A of the mixer, and then taking the out of the mixer and going into red. Lastly, we're just taking another output of this multi-mode filter and we're going into green. And you can see, just even playing with that and messing around with the multi-mode, you can get a significant amount of depth, especially slow it down a little bit and play with the staircase. Almost looks like little flowers right there. But yeah, that's a little quick patch to focus on the fader and mixer of the bridge from LZX, and hope you enjoyed.